What is up, Bear Nation? It's your boy Rare John coming at you with another video. Uh, so Raiders lose to the Rams on opening day in Oakland, and honestly, guys, this one fucking hurt. I actually had a big barbecue. I invited a lot of my family over for more than one reason. Um, I didn't talk about this before, but one of my friends, really close friend, uh, married my cousin. He's family to me. He died, and he was a diehard Rams fan. Me and him would always go back and forth about it, and he's howled shit over my head for a long time about the Rams whooping our ass 52-0. So the moment we scored, I was happy. I was like, yes, we're on the board. But I had to do something. I had a big gathering with my family. We invited some friends over, had some beers, big barbecue, bunch of tri-tip, a lot of stuff. So you know, for the most part, I was amped up about the game, but it was more along the lines of just being excited about football's back. Um, you know, love, family, hanging out. Gotta enjoy the little things, time you spend with people you love. Uh, you know, when someone's there for you, just cherish those moments, man. You gotta cherish those moments. I know this fool would be clowning on me right now, man. I know it. And it felt good, having my family over a lot. I had a couple of family members that are also Rams fans over, and I felt it. I just felt it. Like the way they were reacting is exactly how you would be reacting, walking up to me, giving me a hug, like, "Sorry, big dog, but this is what happens." Um, so it was good. I had fun. Now, onto the game. Uh, Within the first half, it seemed like we were actually doing what we wanted to do. Straight up, man to man, mano a mano. We're gonna come right at you. We don't give a fuck if you know what we're doing. Type football. That's what we were doing. We were running the ball, passing it on certain situations, but running it down their throat. And little by little, it was just that's basically all we were doing, just little by little, inch by inch, yard by yard. It didn't matter if we got 3 yards, 2 yards. We came back to it, kept coming back to it, and it was pretty much our offensive line, just you know, doing their thing. Uh, it didn't last though. It did not last. Eventually, they caught on to certain schemes that we had in place, like the way that Gruden went after them. He had it planned out, and he had it perfectly planned out because what he wanted to do was match up our tight end, Jared Cook, with one of their linebackers or one of their, um, you know, cornerbacks that weren't ready to, like, cover someone with his stature and his speed. Uh, and he did a damn good job. I mean, he did a damn good job. The only issue with that was they adjusted. Uh, we had a nice route set up back in the back of the end zone, and so he he ran a perfectly good route. Carr threw the ball kind of like a little bit under, more to the left instead of actually going over. If he would have put a little more height to it, it probably would have been a jump ball 50-50. I guarantee you, fucking Jared Cook would have came down with that shit. But it is what it is. He chose to go more inside, and it was picked off. It was the first of 3 interceptions on Carr's part, and the last one was the worst, in my opinion. Actually, no. Second one was definitely the worst. Last one, I could just put that on Peters making a damn good play on the ball. Okay, so after that, that kind of put a damper on everything. That kind of toned shit down. And once it got to like the end of the third quarter, this Rams team just fucking started. They just started marching on us, man. They just started marching on us. Um, our defense, it's improved. It is. I'm not gonna sit here and say our defense hasn't improved from last year because our secondary looked good. They looked fucking good. About 80% of this game, they looked good. They were, keeping the ball in front of them. They were making tackles when they needed to, and they were really balling out on certain parts of this game. They were doing their fucking job. Our pass rush is nowhere to be found. Other than Bruce Irving putting it down like he always does, there was no fucking pass rush. Like, none. Jared literally sat there, sat back there, served himself a cup of coffee, had a sip, read the fucking New York Times, put the fucking thing down, then tossed the goddamn ball. He had forever to throw the fucking ball. Nobody was getting in this man's face. And the one time that we did, he dubs it off to a screen. And that motherfucking Todd Gurley takes it like a 17 or 20 some yards. I don't even remember. We should have had this game, guys. We were controlling the fucking clock through the first half, and we had a chance to do the same thing in the second half. We stopped them. They tied the ball game up, but we stopped them in the red zone. Our defense actually put a stop on them at the beginning of the second half, and our offense couldn't capitalize. I'm gonna be real with you. Carr played like total shit today. He did. He his first half looked legit. Looked like the old Carr from the past. Looked like the Carr back in 2016. He was balling out in the first quarter. In the second quarter, then the third quarter, I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know what the fuck happened. I seriously do not know what the hell this man was throwing at. This guy seen ghost out there. He was just, I don't know. I honestly do not know what happened. Derek Carr threw the ball to the fucking defender. That's it. That plain and simple. That's all he did. He threw the ball to the defender. And the second interception he threw was so bad that I honestly did not see. Like, I did not see where he was going with that. Like, even the announcer didn't see where he was going with that. Like, I'm going to be real with you. I think everybody in the stadium was like, who the fuck was that to? That was nobody that was near that ball except for the Rams defender. He lobbed that thing up straight to open field. Nobody in sight. It was very fucking frustrating to watch. I was very pissed off. I did not like it at all. That shit pissed me off. It was pretty bad, guys. I mean, it was pretty bad. I think Lynch had these tough yards. He didn't get this fancy numbers, but what he did was grind it out in short yardage situations. He was just grinding shit out, and it showed. He was doing a really good job, but we only give him 11 carries for 41 yards. That's all he got, 11 carries. He needs 15, 16. We got away from the run because we started, falling back a little, so I get that. But, it's just, I think if we would have stuck to it, it would have made a difference. Honestly, I do. Everybody knows Lynch. The longer the game goes on, the better he is. He wears down defenses, plain and simple. On a good note, our offensive line shut down Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald just was nowhere to be seen. Ndamukong Suh too. They did their job. Our offensive line just balled out today, right? I cannot front on our offensive line. They gave Carr time, all right? They did. There was plenty of occasions where they did get pressure in his face. They did have, a situation. But when it came down to it, they stopped Ndamukong Suh and they stopped Aaron Donald. Other players made plays, and that sometimes happens. When that happens, though, I'm starting to notice that the difference between Carr and Gannon is this: Gannon would have ran. There's a lot of plays where Carr just threw it out of bounds. There was like about he did like 3 or 4 times today, and the most frustrating thing about that is I know for a fact Gruden doesn't like that shit. Look, man, if you got an opportunity to go run for it and get a first down, take that shit. Because that's how Gannon got that MVP back then. Is he knew when to run, he knew when to throw it out of bounds, he knew when to do that. I'm sorry, but if you do that shit like 3 or 4 times, at least 2 of them motherfuckers you could have ran. I know that for a fact. At least 2 of them motherfuckers you could have ran. That one where you threw it up and it went into the defender's hand, you should have ran that shit. All right, plain and simple. That no excuses whatsoever on that one. If that is what you consider, you know, just get throwing away the ball, that right there should have just been ran. Okay, like, straight up. Now I'm not saying that Derek Carr, needs to run all the time. I'm saying he needs to look better for those opportunities to take off with his feet. Because he's very athletic, people. He is very athletic. It doesn't seem like he's taking advantage of that. And the thing is, I noticed he did do it once, and it looked good. Like okay, that was a perfect read. That was perfect timing, and he took off with his feet. That was good. But just the way he just threw balls away today, it didn't. That was honestly, that was really bad on his part. Wow. I think he ended his day 29 of 40 for 301 yards and 3 interceptions. No touchdowns. That was fucking humiliating, man. If I'm being real with you, all them yards, they didn't really mean jack. About 199 of them did, because that was in the first half when he was balling out and he actually looked decent, making good reads and making good decisions with the ball. In the second half, that was all trash yards. I'm sorry, that's what it was. It was just trash yards. That was just end of the game. We didn't really fucking have a chance of coming back. About 30 seconds left on the clock, and we're down 3 scores. That was trash yards. It was. So, Carr had a shitty day, plain and simple. He needs to bounce back, dust himself off, and I know he will. I believe in Carr, guys. I really do like him as our quarterback. I am not trashing him. I am speaking the truth. He did not have a good game today. It looked horrible. First half looked real good. Second half, it just did not look like the Carr he should have been. The Carr I know in the fourth quarter would march down the fucking field and score every single chance he got. He would not hesitate to go after these corners and go for the deep ball. He didn't do that. The only time he threw a deep ball today, I think... Actually, no. I don't even think he threw a fucking deep ball today. I'm trying to think of one. I can't think of one. Y'all in the comment section, tell me if I'm wrong. But did he throw one deep ball today? If I'm not mistaken, I don't think he did. Every now and then, you just got to let these corners know, stay on your toes. Stay on your toes. Didn't seem like he tried that today. Didn't seem like he did that today. So, that was a little bit frustrating. Jared Cook balled out. Jared Cook had a great day. Jared Cook, I am very happy with him. Our game plan going in was obviously centered around him today. Amari Cooper didn't catch the ball. I think he caught the one ball for. I think he caught the ball once for about 6-7 yards or something like that. Didn't have a good day. But Jared Cook, man, Jared Cook balled out today. Jared Cook had an extremely productive day today. 9 receptions for 180 yards. Just owning their linebackers and just murking their freaking secondary every chance he got. There was a play where Aqib Talib came at him, threw his whole body into Jared Cook, and Jared Cook just freaking shoulder checked his ass, had him on the floor, and just kept running and got the first down. One hell of an effort from Jared Cook. I'm hoping for that kind of performance all year long, man. I'm hoping for that kind of effort all year long. And Jericho, thank you, man. Thank you for showing up tonight. Too bad it didn't work out in our favor, but it is what it is, man. You showed out. You showed out. Marshawn Lynch, guys, I really enjoyed his play today, even though he only got 41 yards. I really enjoyed his runs, man. That touchdown run he made today, incredible, man. People were trying to rip the ball out. He wouldn't let it go. They stood him up, and he just went for a second surge. And then the big guys behind him just pushed his ass straight ahead, and he just started moving his legs, and it went right into the end zone. One hell of a, you know, one hell of a drive, man. That was one hell of a drive. That first half made us, us Raider fans really take a breather, like, okay, it looks good. That second half kind of just was a fucking gut punch, man. No pass rush. No sense of urgency on some, situational football. There was just nothing good about that second half. Didn't score another point for the rest of this fucking game, man. It was just a bad fucking performance in the second half. I'm really hoping that just doesn't stay that way, guys, because that was bad, man. I know there's gonna be some kinks that need to be, fixed. I know there's gonna be some bumps in the road with this new, thing that we got going with the, run game, with the passing game, and with John Gruden getting his, getting his feet wet, getting his legs back under him. There's going to be some rust that has to get dusted off, and I understand that, and I will be patient as a Raider fan, and I will try and remain calm. But I swear to God, if I see Derek Carr throw the fucking ball at nobody again, I will go off. And I swear, if I see Jared Goff standing back there all day like he's waiting for a fucking bus, I will go off. Adjust, okay? That's all I'm asking, is for the coaching staff to take this into consideration and adjust, all right? Make improvements. I'm not hoping for the best. I'm not shooting for the stars. I just want to see improvements. That's it. We'll see where that goes. So the Rams take it 33-13. I'm fucking pissed. But on a good note, I'm pretty sure my homie Evan's happy right now, so I guess there's that. RIP, homie. Go Raiders.